Drones are not cute anymore, they are now a threat to humanity. Because killer robot drone deployed on the battlefield and no powerful country can defeat them. Even billionaire Elon Musk has shown his concerns and warned us about this terrifying matter.
Can AI be used in some fairly destructive ways?
You can make a swarm of assassin drones for very little money.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk signed an open letter warning that lethal autonomous weapons threaten to become the third revolution in warfare and urged the UN to find a way to protect us all from these dangers. Hello guys, pleased to see you again on this channel. Subscribe and watch until the end or killer drones will come for you. And that being said, let's start. According to Musk, once they are created, lethal autonomous weapons will make it possible to fight wars on a bigger scale than ever before and at time frames that are faster than humanly possible. Weapons of terror, weapons used by terrorists against defenseless populations, and weapons modified to act in unpleasant ways can all fall under this category. We don't have much time to act. It will be difficult to close Pandora's box once it has been opened. Well, we all know that artificial intelligence is expanding its wings so rapidly in almost every zone, and this time it's going to change the landscape of a war zone with new killer robot drones. To fulfill their designated goal or other particular missions, such as targeted strikes or supporting tactical operations, swarm drones are flown in huge clusters of hostile airspace. These drones are either remote-controlled or driven by onboard processors independently. They might be employed efficiently for a variety of tasks, including the disguising of assets on enemy radar, locating enemy radar sites, destroying enemy air defenses, and performing simultaneous suppression or destruction of enemy air defenses missions. With the help of drone operators, drone swarm applications can be created, but the swarm's limited ability to operate autonomously is quite a problem. The coordination among the operators is difficult even when they are in the same location. And for that, the militaries of the most technologically proficient nations are spending billions to expand their arsenal of weapons by acquiring or creating a fully deployable AI drone swarm. A completely distributed communication system that scales and enhances communication is necessary for large swarms. That's why a drone swarm can be conceptualized as a floating dynamic wireless mesh network. Artificial intelligence seems to be required to do this. Swarm drones should be able to access the threat to the swarm and at the same time identify the target to maneuver to achieve the desired strike, adjusting their movement according to the losses they suffer, because the reaction time on a real battlefield must be less than the reaction time of a group of people. You'll be surprised to know that we're not even talking about future possibilities. The AI swarm drones are already being used in several military actions in Saudi Arabia, Libya, Syria, and Nagorno-Karabakh. Tell me, what do you think about these killer drones? Will the scenario that has been shown in Hollywood film series The Terminator turn into reality? Express your views in the comments below. Moreover, the Israel Defense Forces during the recent conflict in Gaza used a swarm of artificial intelligence drones for the first time to geolocate, target and strike Hamas terrorists, to target jihadists in Gaza, and find Hezbollah sites in Lebanon. The Israeli army frequently uses unmanned aerial vehicles within its borders. However, the Israeli startup company Cytek's drones, which Israel used in the most recent fight in Gaza against Hamas, are thought to be the world's first unmanned aerial vehicles capable of performing missions without GPS support. These drones operate based on their own judgment and are capable of traveling without assistance from humans, contrary to the drones currently in use, which may be flown either remotely or automatically using GPS and inertial navigation systems. Following a test using drones equipped with Navisite technology in southern Israel, the Israeli company claimed that the software's specialized integration uses 3D mapping to help avoid obstacles and can transform the device's cameras into sensors that use real-time artificial intelligence for navigation without depending on GPS, which is susceptible to cyber attacks. These drones' weapon systems, automatic target detection, tracking and assault capabilities are crucial components. Analysts have predicted that drones flying in swarms while evaluating targets, sharing responsibilities and completing them with little to no human involvement is the logical next step. Furthermore, the Chinese swarm drone technology has already advanced quickly. The nation published a video depicting a truck-mounted system firing a volley of swarms in 2021. It was the first time a system of this size had ever been in use in actual practice anywhere around the globe. The test proved that the entire procedure, including the quick deployment of vehicles, intensive launching, hovering and launching in the air, exact formation, formation change, ground inspection, attack and precision strike is completely possible. Also, do you know that once even the Russians became scared of these tiny monsters? 13 approaching drones were seen at low altitudes by Russian operators operating the massive air defense network at Russia's Khmeimim airbase in western Syria in early January 2018. The Russians were witnessing a novel type of collaborative drone strike as their air defense operators attacked these drones with EW and SHORAD systems. The Russians jammed the remaining 6 drones and quickly jammed the last 7 drones. Even though the Islamic State of the Afghan Taliban have used drones to deliver sporadic explosive payloads, the failed attack on Khmeimim that evening concerned close observers of drone warfare because it was the first instance of a mass drone attack by non-state actors in a combat operation that has been documented. The state-owned Saudi Aramco oil processing facilities at Abqaiq and Kurais were attacked by 25 massive drones in 2 waves on September 14, 2019. The Abqaiq facilities' satellite pictures from before and after the attacks revealed 19 distinct strikes. What was notable was that the powerful MIM-104 Patriot and Crowtail NGs used by Saudi Arabia's defense system were unable to thwart these waves of drones and cruise missiles. This shows how a swarm of drones and cruise missiles can outnumber traditional air defenses by eluding detection for an extended period. While the US and Israel have utilized drones extensively in a variety of operational tasks over the years, Turkey in Syria and Libya, and Azerbaijan against Armenia in the Nagorno-Karabakh war in 2020 illustrated how warfare will evolve in the future with the employment of unmanned air vehicles. Electronic networks were particularly useful in coordinating the use of armed drones and loitering ammunition against tanks and air defense systems. This was demonstrated particularly in the Azerbaijani attacks that destroyed the S-300 and SHORAD networks of Armenia, as well as more than 200 military vehicles in a tactical combat region. The Russian employment of unmanned aerial vehicles in Ukraine from 2014 onwards, where networked UAVs collaborated with Russian ground-based offensive weapon systems to destroy significant Ukrainian army columns and supply depots, was another dreadful act. Nowadays, China, Russia, Turkey and Israel are showing a strong and competitive prowess to encounter the dominance of the West in the spread of cutting-edge drones and related technology. However, the coordinated employment of drones in Ukraine, Syria, Libya and Nagorno-Karabakh show early signs of evolution in future aerial warfare towards the idea of drone swarming. Now let's try to understand why these drones are so vulnerable and why such heavyweight personalities thought to write an open letter on this issue. Lethal robots have long been a source of worry for Musk. He acknowledged that the Future of Life Institute with a $10 million gift and signed a letter of support for AI advancements that benefit people rather than cause harm. Technology has 2 sides to it. Drones are assisting in the intention of a better society, but they are also posing an increasing threat to national security. Until its control falls into the hands of someone who has genuine intentions to cause disruption, a drone could be extremely useful. However, drones are now more frequently used as weapons than as tools. There is a case for classifying swarm drones as weapons of mass destruction, as intelligent analysts have noted that if all of the drones are fitted with explosives or missiles, swarms might launch a powerful attack that can result in widespread casualties. The question of who would be responsible for killer robots' errors is another important one. Machines cannot be held accountable. Legal liability for unlawful deaths and violations of human rights caused by lethal autonomous weapon systems seems improbable. For instance, it would be impossible for victims and their families to get justice. They would not receive damages reimbursement. It would be especially worrisome in nations where democracy is not alive. It would be permission to kill to use deadly autonomous weaponry in such a liberal setting. Unimaginable destruction can be done to civilian populations if criminal organizations, militias, and armed groups get access to this kind of technology is immeasurable. Since 2014, the United Nations Convention on Certain Conventional Weapons has convened regular discussions about killer robots in light of the various concerns that the expanding automation of military systems poses. Almost 70 nations have so far publicly backed a new legal framework governing weapon autonomy. A global campaign to stop killer robots has more than 180 civil society organizations from 65 different nations as members. But if we still choose destruction over creation, war over peace, AI weapons will definitely be bringing a dystopia to our planet. And that's the video, guys. If you found this video worthwhile, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.